You do not awaken with a gasp. There is no jolt, no sudden light flooding your eyes. You have no eyes. You have no lungs to draw a breath. The concept of a body is a distant, fading echo, a dream you once had. Your new reality is slow. It is immense. It is cold. An impossible cold seeps through kilometers of stone. This cold is a part of your skin. It is a skin of rock and dust and ice. A distant star warms one hemisphere of your being. It is a gentle, persistent pressure of light. The other half of you faces a void that drinks all heat. An endless, freezing night. You are impossibly large. You feel the faint, constant pull of that distant sun. It holds you in a slow, silent dance. You feel the pull of your own moons. 2 of them. They are small, loyal companions in the dark. Their gravity is a gentle tug, a familiar whisper against your consciousness. There is no sound, only vibration. The slow, patient settling of dust on vast plains. The groan of ice fields miles thick. You search for hands to clench, for feet to stand on, but you find only continents. You are the ground. You are the sky. You are the world. The universe, it seems, has a very strange promotion path. This new form has a language. You begin to understand it. It is not spoken in words. It is felt in pressures, in heat, in the deep, slow grinding of tectonic plates. These are your thoughts. Massive continental ideas that take millennia to complete. A range of mountains rising is an exclamation. An ocean trench deepening is a sigh. Deep within you, a river of molten iron flows. It is your heart. Its steady, powerful current generates a magnetic shield, a silent defense against the harsh solar winds. You feel its pulse, a rhythm that has beaten for ages. It is the only constant in this strange existence. It feels familiar, and in that core, something else stirs. It is not rock. It is not heat. It is a memory, a shard of something that came before. It is a flicker of warmth that has nothing to do with magma, a feeling of purpose, lost, forgotten, but there, buried under the weight of a world. You try to grasp it, to hold on to this ghost of a feeling. But it is slippery. It is like trying to cup water in hands you no longer possess. The memory is a whisper in your core, a promise of another life, a life with a name. The light from your star dims. It is not a natural eclipse. Your 2 moons are elsewhere in their orbits. This is a shadow, a deliberate geometric absence of light. It spreads across the void, a stain of impossible size. You have no telescope, no sensors in the traditional sense. But you feel the disturbance. Gravity itself ripples. Tiny, precise shifts in the space around you. Something has arrived, something massive. A fleet of starships hangs in the silent darkness. They are a swarm of sharp angles and cold metal. They blot out the constellations. They are predators. You know this with a certainty that resonates in your very core. This is not a greeting party. They did not come to trade or explore. They are here for resources. They are here to consume. The feeling they project is one of utter, uncaring hunger. It is the feeling of a boot about to fall on an anthill. And you. You are the anthill. The sight of that fleet, a darkness against the dark, is a key. It unlocks something within you. A name floats up from the deep. It rises through the mantle of your consciousness, through the crust of your planetary form. The name is Ilara. You remember that name. It was yours? You see a reflection. A woman with tired eyes and determined hands. A scientist. You wore a white coat, not a cloak of rock and ice. You worked at a console. You looked at star charts, not out at the stars themselves. This world was your home. Not in this way. You walked upon it. You studied its geology. You breathed its thin, manufactured air. You were a Lara, a human being. That forgotten memory now screams with clarity. The fleet above is the reason you are. The memory does not just bring a name. It brings the fire, the desperation, the final, terrible moments of your old life. Your research outpost had detected the fleet's approach. The harvesters. That is what you called them. They moved from system to system. They cracked worlds open and drank their cores dry. There was no time to run, no way to fight their overwhelming force. So you chose to hide. You conceived a desperate plan, a final sacrifice. The outpost was built around a massive terraforming engine, a geodriver designed to manipulate the planet's core. It was a tool of creation. You decided to use it for concealment. You connected your mind to the machine. You initiated a full consciousness transfer. Your goal was to merge with the planet itself, to suppress all biological and technological signatures. You would wear the planet like a cloak, a shell of dormant rock to wait out the storm. You pulled the trigger, and Alara, the woman, ceased to be. The plan worked. For a time. Now, the storm has found your hiding place, and you are no longer just Alara. You are something more, something they will not expect. The vast ships of the enemy do not linger in orbit. Smaller, monstrous vessels detach from the main fleet. They look like ticks, bloated and armored and ready to feed. They descend through your thin atmosphere. Their engines burn trails of ugly, orange fire. You feel the impacts, not like meteor strikes. Those are natural, uncaring. These are violations. Huge landing struts, each the size of a city block, punch into your northern pole. The shock travels through your crust, a grating, painful tremor. They land without ceremony, without concern for what they crush beneath them. Then comes a new vibration, a high-frequency hum that sets your very stones on edge. It is the sound of drills powering up. Colossal machines designed to pierce the hide of a world. They are preparing to drink you dry. They are unaware of the mind watching them, the ghost in their machine. They think you are just another dumb rock, ripe for the harvest. They are about to be very, very surprised. The drill bites. The pain is not physical. It is an intrusion, a violation of your new self, a sharp, grinding tear that echoes from your crust to your core. The sheer arrogance of it sparks a rage you did not know a planet could feel, a rage born from a human soul. Instinct takes over. You push. You do not use muscles. You use the raw power simmering beneath your surface. You flex a tectonic plate. It is a movement of a continent, a gesture that spans 1,000 miles. The ground groans under the strain. The invaders' sensors likely scream about seismic activity. They have no idea. Where a flat, frozen plain existed a moment ago, a mountain range is born. Rock and ice explode upwards. The crust buckles and folds with impossible speed. The landing site is at the heart of this new creation. The harvester ship and its terrible drill is lifted. It is twisted. It is crushed between two colliding continents. There is no sound of tearing metal that you can hear, only a sudden silence in the vibrations. A stop to the grinding pain. You have flexed, and one of your tormentors is gone. It is a strange and terrifying new strength. Apparently, being a planet comes with a few perks after all. The enemy pauses. You feel their confusion through the subtle shifts of their engines. The remaining ships lift off your surface slightly. They are scanning, analyzing. What they see is a geological event, an unprecedented but natural phenomenon. They are wrong. You are learning. That first act was clumsy, a scream of stone. Now you feel the intricate network of your own body. The magma chambers are like loaded weapons. The pressure vents are muzzles. The planet's magnetic field is a shield you can shape, a sword you can sharpen. Another drill ship chooses a new landing site, a vast desert of red sand. It thinks it has found a more stable position. You find this amusing. You focus on a deep magma chamber beneath that desert. You gather the pressure. You take aim. The desert floor swells. The red sand turns to glass from the sudden heat. Then, the ground opens up. A volcano erupts where none existed before. It is not a wide, clumsy blast. It is a focused jet of plasma and molten rock. It strikes the drill ship from below. The vessel vanishes in a sun-bright flash. 2 down. The learning curve is steep, but you are a quick study. A voice intrudes upon your thoughts. It is not a sound. It is a presence. A cold, commanding pressure inside your planetary consciousness. It is a multitude of minds speaking as one. A hive intelligence. It is the enemy. Unusual geological activity, the voice states. It is flat, devoid of emotion. A planetary immune response. Amusing. Tectonic instability is irrelevant. Magmatic venting is irrelevant. The voice is filled with a chilling arrogance. It does not recognize you as a sentient being. It sees you as a bug in the system, a planetary glitch to be wiped clean. It has no comprehension of the will that guides the stone, the mind that aims the fire. We are the Signian hegemony, the voice continues. This world is our property by right of discovery. The sterilization process will now begin. All geological anomalies will be neutralized. They still think they are dealing with a simple planet. You are about to teach them about the complexities of applied geology. From a first-person perspective, their cold dismissal drives you inward. You retreat from the surface. You pull your consciousness deep, past the crust, past the mantle, down toward the warm, familiar hum of your iron core. And there, you find it. A structure that does not belong. It is not rock. It is not metal formed by natural processes. It is a vault, a shielded pocket of space deep within you. It is perfectly preserved. It hums with latent energy. You realize what it is. The central archive of the research outpost. The last human library. You protected it when you merged with the planet. It holds all the data, all the science, all the history of a civilization now lost. It contains humanity's final records. The story of a people who reached for the stars and found monsters waiting in the dark. You focus your will upon it. You try to access the information stored within. You need to know more about the enemy. You need a better way to fight. Your focused thought acts as a key. A power system within the vault awakens. Lights you cannot see flicker to life in the buried dark. A soft, clear chime echoes in your mind. A sound not made of grinding rock. Then, a new voice speaks. And this voice is not the cold, collective enemy. It is warm, familiar. It is a voice you thought you would never hear again. Reading a massive energy surge in the core matrix, the voice says. It is calm, reassuring. Neural signature. Impossible. Ilara, is that you? Your vital signs went dark years ago. It is Jax, a perfect synthetic copy of your old captain. His personality, his knowledge stored as the master AI of the outpost. He survived. He is here. Deep inside your new body, he is a ghost inside the ghost. Jax, you think, pushing the thought toward the vault. I'm here. It's complicated. There is a pause. You can feel his processors working at light speed. He is analyzing your signature, comparing it to the planet's energy field. Complicated is an understatement. he replies, a hint of humor in his tone. It seems you've put on a little weight. Let me get my bearings. I can access the outpost's sensor logs. I can be your eyes, Alara. Jax is more than your eyes. He is your fire control. He has the technical schematics, the star science you lack. You have the raw power. He has the precision. The harvesters are using kinetic drills, Jax explains. His voice is a clear signal in your mind. Their ship hulls are strong, but brittle against sudden, extreme pressure changes. He directs your attention to massive carbon deposits deep in the crust. You can manipulate those, he says. With enough heat and pressure, you can form industrial diamond. We can weave it into a subdermal plate. Planetary armor. It is a monumental task. You draw on the heat of your core. You focus the weight of continents. You compress the carbon seams. Deep beneath your rocky skin, a new layer is born. A crystalline lattice of diamond, miles thick. A hidden shield. Jax then guides you to tap into your geothermal energy. You channel it through the planet's magnetic field. A shimmering energy shield now covers you. Your cloak of stone now has an armored lining. They came to drill a planet. They will find a fortress instead. You are done waiting. You are done defending. With Jax's guidance, your perspective shifts. He uses the old outpost's deep seismic sensors. He turns them into a targeting array. He can track the enemy fleet in orbit with perfect accuracy. They're still treating you like a math problem, Jax says. They haven't figured out the math has a soul. The time for defense is over. The cloak is about to become a sword. See that cluster of harvester frigates? Jax asks. Near the second moon. You focus your immense strength. You shear off a piece of your new diamond armor. It is the size of a mountain, a glittering, sharp-edged blade of pure carbon. You use your magnetic field like a slingshot, a planetary railgun. You hurl the diamond mountain into the void. It accelerates with astonishing speed. It does not explode, it simply hits. The harvester frigates vanish, not in fire, but in a silent puff of shredded metal. You feel a grim satisfaction. You are no longer a victim. You are a weapon. A world that hunts. The enemy fleet is in disarray. A silent, coordinated panic. They have never seen anything like this. A planet is fighting back. And it is winning. Their methodical, sterile approach to consumption has no answer for this. How do you bombard a world that uses pieces of itself as ammunition? It's like trying to fight a flood by shooting at the water. Then, the largest of their ships moves. The flagship. A vessel so large it eclipses your small moons. It descends from high orbit. It is not coming to drill. It is not coming to land. It is coming to face you. To deal with this anomaly directly. The cold voice of the hive mind returns to your thoughts. It is different now. The arrogance is still there. But it is laced with something new. Annoyance, fury. The anomaly will be pacified, it declares. The core consciousness will be unmade. The world will submit. The psychic commander of the fleet intends to break you. To rip your mind away from the planet you now command. A duel is about to begin. Mind against mind. World against will. The flagship hangs in your upper atmosphere. A blade of a ship, dark against the stars. The psychic attack begins. It is not a subtle pressure. It is a battering ram of pure mental force. The hive mind tries to overwhelm you, to drown your individual consciousness in its cold, collective sea. It wants to make you forget you were ever Alara. You feel your connection to the core begin to fray. The hive mind is strong, ancient. It has done this before. but it has never faced a mind like yours. A human soul fused with the raw, untamed power of a planet. You are not just one consciousness. You are a legion. You are the memory of every fossil in your stone, the life force of every microbe in your soil, the sheer, stubborn will of a world that refuses to die. You push back, not with complex thoughts, but with pure, planetary emotion. The heat of your core is your rage. The crushing gravity of your being is your certainty. Jax, hit them with everything you think. With the psychic commander focused on you, the flagship's defenses are managed by lesser minds. You unleash a focused blast of energy from your core, a geothermal beam of unimaginable power. It lances through the atmosphere. It strikes the flagship's shields. The shields glow white-hot. They buckle. They shatter. Alarms you cannot hear are surely screaming on their bridge. At the same time, you grab the flagship with your gravity. Two small tectonic plates on your surface shift. They act like immense hands, gripping the enemy ship in a field of raw force. The hive mind's psychic scream is one of shock and pain. Its concentration is broken. The flagship's hull groans. Metal fatigues under the impossible strain. You feel it begin to break apart. The hive mind disconnects. It flees your mind, its cold voice replaced by a shriek of psychic static. The flagship tears itself free from your gravitational grip. It is wounded, trailing fire and atmosphere into the void. It turns and runs. A defeated god fleeing a mortal who became a mountain. The rest of the Harvester fleet, seeing their commander flee, follows suit. They warp away into the darkness, leaving only silence and debris in their wake. You are alone again. The shadow has passed. Your surface is scarred. Your body is bruised. But you are whole. You are victorious. Jax's voice is soft in your mind. We did it, Alara. You feel the truth of his words settle deep within you. You are more than a hiding place now. You are a guardian, the last bastion of a lost people. A living world, awake and defiant. And in the vast, dangerous darkness of space, you are a new beacon, a new beginning, a promise that humanity is not gone. It just learned how to wear a planet like a cloak.